COMEX Exhibition 2018 witnesses the launching of Smart Cities program and the first experience of the fifth generation of Internet in the Middle East. Details of launching coastal and commercial fishing fleets and sophisticated boats are announced within the initiatives of Tanfeed program. And Sohar Port Company signs a number of agreements for developing the first phase of the port expansion project. Those are the headlines, and now the news in detail. 28th version of the IT, Telecom and Technology Exhibition and Conference COMEX 2018 started at Oman Convention and Exhibition Center today under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al Saidi, Minister of Health. The event focuses on a number of IT&C based sectors such as manufacturing, transport, logistics services, oil and gas, tourism, healthcare, education, in addition to the company solutions related to virtual reality, smart cities, cybersecurity, 3D printing, big data, cloud computing, and industrial intelligence. The companies taking part in the exhibition seek to promote its electronic services and introduce the key programs and projects promoted by them. As more as 18 public organizations from inside and outside the Sultanate, in addition to public and private organizations from Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Qatar, are taking part in COMEX. The Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth announced the details of launching coastal and commercial fishing fleets that includes advanced boats, which comes within the initiatives of Fisheries Wealth Labs Tanfeed. The commercial fishing fleet will operate within a specific geographical scope, either in regional or international waters. This step aims to increase the Sultan's fishing production and to boost its exports to the international markets. It's worth mentioning that the new fishing boats are equipped with the latest navigational equipment. The Fisheries Wealth Lab also endorsed 90 projects initiatives in the fishing sector and private sector investments in the fishing sector, as these initiatives will amount to 1 billion Omani Riyals. 270 sophisticated fishing boats and 480 coastal fishing ships will join the Sultan fleet by 2023. It's worth mentioning that the Sultanate fish catch amounted to 348,000 tons in 2017, increasing by 24% compared to 2016. Responding to the growth witnessed by the industrial and logistics sectors, the Sultanate, Sohar Port Company and the Free Zone signed an agreement with the union comprised of Dredging International and Earth Moving Group for developing the first phase of the project of expanding the port from the south. The agreement included development of 50 hectares of usable lands, which will be added to the current area of the port and with a value of more than 9 million Omani Riyals. It is expected that works of this phase will be completed in the last quarter of current year and will uplift the competitiveness ability widely, in addition to enhanced growth of navigational trading movement and shedding the light at Sohar Port as distinguished logistics center in the Middle East level. Governance of voluntary sector and organizing it at vocational frame characterized by integrity and transparency topped the aims of seminar of governing voluntary sector. The seminar included a number of charity institutions from various governorates in the Sultanate and organized by Dar al-Ata Association. The seminar aimed to ensure rights of charity organizations in terms of distributing tasks and duties, in addition to create needed rules and procedures for making decisions which will contribute in improving the work and enhance trust among private and government institutions that support charity work. The Sultan Qaboos University Hospital succeeded to advance to the platinum level accreditation by Canada International for Healthcare Institutions. The hospital reached this level after achieving around 98% of indices of quality services. The Sultan Qaboos University Hospital is considered the first health institution to achieve platinum level among the health institutions in the Sultanate after reaching gold level in 2014. It's worth mentioning that platinum level is granted to institutions that fulfill the requirements of the main standards, which include evaluating work efficiency in terms of dangers management, safety of patients and workers in the health field, through collecting reports and gathering information, as well as statistics that contribute in measuring performance of health institutions. Still to come on News Bulletin. The Ministry of Education starts conducting national exams for 10th grade in sciences, mathematics, English and Arabic languages. Welcome back to the news. And now for some international news. Syrian government forces and their allies are continuing the offensive against members of the Daesh group south of the capital Damascus. The militants agreed to give up their last pocket in southern Damascus on Friday, but have yet to begin surrendering to government forces and relocating to Daesh-held areas elsewhere in the country. Hundreds of Daesh group fighters and allied militants are holed up in the Hajar al-Aswad and the nearby Yarmouk Palestinian refugee camp. Syrian government forces laid on display hundreds of weapons and military equipment, which they say belong to rebel groups that were handed over to them on Thursday. Syria's official government news agency said that the weapons were handed over by the rebels to the Syrian military in return for their safe passage out of the area and into northern Syria. Many appear to have been manufactured in the US or Europe. The Syrian government took control of the town of Dumair on Thursday after rebels evacuated to North Syria, the latest in a string of handovers by rebels to the government. There have been several handovers by rebels to the government in the capital region following a punishing offensive against the rebellious eastern Ghouta region earlier this year. Rebels surrendered towns across eastern Ghouta, giving up control of an area once home to an estimated 400,000 people in a matter of weeks. The Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, today hailed the recent diplomatic progress made between North and South Korea, which he attributed to the unity of the Security Council. Speaking at a news conference after a two-day formal meeting of the Security Council in Sweden, Guterres, however, regretted that the same unity had not been reached regarding Syria. Guterres added an agreement was reached to the Council to continue seeking a way to agree upon a mechanism to increase accountability in the event of future chemical weapons attacks.
I believe had a very important impact, and to a certain extent.
The United Nations top disarmament official today urged all participants to remain committed to Iran's landmark nuclear deal with world powers. US President Donald Trump has vowed to withdraw from the agreement by May 12th unless US, British, French and German negotiators can agree to fix what he sees as the serious flaws. In this regard, UN High Representative for Disarmament Affairs Izumi Nakamitsu told the UN Nuclear Non-Proliferation Conference the following.
As a member of the Bureau. In this regard,
the Secretary General remains convinced that the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action continues to be the best way to ensure the exclusively peaceful nature of Iran's nuclear program and to realize the promised tangible economic benefits for the Iranian people. We hope that all of its participants remain fully committed to its implementation and long-term preservation.
To discharge his tasks as a member of the Bureau.
A partially blind and deaf dog led rescuers to a 3-year-old girl who spent nearly 15 hours lost at night in bushland in Australia. Police said the girl went missing from her family's property near the rural Queensland state town of Warwick on Friday afternoon, and the family dog named Max remained with her until rescuers reached her on Saturday. Rescuers, including the girl's relatives, found her nearly 2 kilometers away from her house in hilly and rugged terrain. Her grandmother said the girl responded faintly to her yells, and she then raced up the mountain to locate the girl. More than 100 rescuers joined the search for her and said she was lucky to be alive, suffering only minor cuts and abrasion. Max, the dog, is about 17 years old. Back for some more local news. The National Construction Priorities Workshop organized by the Supreme Council for Planning was concluded. It was considered as part of the National Construction Development Strategy project and discussed topics related to the challenges and future opportunities in this field, as well as quadratic analysis, which covered points related to various fields of urban development. The outcomes will be tested before being presented for discussion at a national seminar in third quarter of this year. The Minister of Tourism took part in the Arabian travel market at the Dubai World Trade Center. The Sultan delegation is led by Her Excellency Maitha bint Saif Al Mahrouqiya, Under-Secretary of the Ministry of Tourism. More details in the report read by Sliman Al Bahri.
This year, the official show theme for the Arabian Travel Market 2018 focuses on responsible tourism, including current sustainable travel trends. The Sultanate participates in the exhibition annually as it is considered to be one of the largest international gatherings specialized in tourism in the Middle East and North Africa. Major contributors and decision makers in tourism-related activities participate in the exhibition, namely airlines, hotels, shipping companies, conference centers, resorts, tour organizers, senior executives in the tourism sector, and travel agencies. At the Sultanate's pavilion in the exhibition, Her Excellency praised the role played by the organizations in the tourism sector that participated in the exhibition and helped develop strategies to promote and activate the tourism movement in the Sultanate. It is worth mentioning that the tourism sector in the Sultanate is witnessing a remarkable annual growth, with statistical indicators pointing out the increase in the number of tourists and visitors, as well as the launch of new tourism projects and hotel facilities around the Sultanate, reinforced by the governmental efforts in further developing the vital projects and the infrastructures related to tourism.
The Ministry of Education started conducting national exams for 10th grade of sciences, mathematics, English and Arabic languages. The exams target students of general diploma in private schools so as to get competitive evaluation indices on the world level. The purpose of such exams is to measure the education level of students as well as the achievements and skills in subjects such as Arabic and English languages, mathematics and science. A seminar of manpower disputes settlement mechanism in the Omani legislation discussed ways of ending the disputes in the private sector. The seminar, which was organized by Nizwa Higher Judicial Institute in cooperation with the Minister of Manpower and Support and Follow-up Unit, was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Abdullah bin Nasser al-Bakri, Minister of Manpower. In order to introduce Military Technological College, MTC, its departments and specializations, Induction Week at MTC was launched today and lasting for 4 days. The exhibition of Induction Week was opened today under the patronage of His Highness Said Kamil bin Fahd Al Said, Assistant Secretary General of the Office of the Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers. Graduates of General School diplomas, parents of many other visitors visited the exhibition, and they were introduced to different departments of MTC. The value of real estate trading in the Sultanate from the beginning of the current month until the 12th of this month reached around 90 million Omani Riyals. The statistics data issued by the Ministry of Housing showcased that highest purchase transactions were in the governorates of North and South Baltina, pointed out that the value of trading sale exceeded 40 million Omani Riyals, while the value of mortgages transactions reached 48 million Omani Riyals. Under the title of Knowledge of Economy for Sustainable Development, the events of the Third Academy Economy Forum were inaugurated at the premises of Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The forum is organized by College of Applied Sciences in Ibri in cooperation with branch of OCCI in the Governorate of Al-Lahira. A two-day forum included a number of lecturers, work papers and dialogue sessions which gathered a group of specialists and academic people from male and female students in the college. The forum also included an exhibition that showcased students' projects in various specializations, in addition to students' companies. And now for the general focus around the Sultanate. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the Governorate of Musandam. The rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies with chances of dust-raising wind over desert areas. Winds will be southeasterly light to moderate and still be slight to the maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. Watching the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we enter tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. COMEX Exhibition 2018 witnesses the launching of Smart Cities program and the first experience of the 5th generation of Internet in the Middle East. Details of launching coastal and commercial fishing fleets and sophisticated boats are announced within the initiatives of 10th Feed program. And Sohar Port Company signs a number of agreements for developing the first phase of the port expansion project. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin from all of us here in the newsroom and the studios. Thanks for watching. Good night.